Welcome in, curious crafters, to the 1 hour Saturday Spotlight. Today we'll be highlighting fibre Floozie crafts. Any questions seen within the chat at any point will be saved and they'll be asked at the end when Jill's 1 hour interview with myself is complete. Now, Jill, I see you down in the basement smiling nervously. Please try and ignore the chat as best you can. I'll begin the countdown clock as soon as you come up. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. She's nodding. I haven't had a thumb yet. Now she's laughing at me. There we go. Now we've got the thumb. Thumbs up. It means
I do that all the time. I don't know why I couldn't do it.
She's like, a thumb? What's a thumb? I've forgotten what one of those is. Welcome in, Jill. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, everyone.
Right. Okay. Are you ready to begin?
I am ready to begin.
Then let's go.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about my planners. Now, I will tell you that this is always a work in progress for me because I don't like to schedule. I'm terrible about schedules. I'm very much an eclectic sort of fly by the seat of my pants person. And so that's the reason for trying to do it and trying to do better. And this is let me see if I'm the camera. There we go. This is the one I'm working in most often. I got this year, brand new. And this one is the Happy Planner. I use mostly Happy Planner, although I do buy other things. This one is called the Homebody Seasons. So it changes, kind of changes color scheme with the seasons.
Show us.
So here is the Homebody Seasons. And I've got Blossom in there because this first part of it is mostly life stuff. Now, this planner is, it's got more than one in it. So I will show you what I mean. I can turn, you saw the other cover. I can turn it to the next one. It's in here, and this is my social media. So there's a second.
What's social media, Jill?
Social media is Instagram, YouTube, all of that. The channel, all of that stuff. And so it's got the back in it also. And so this type of a planner is called a transformer planner, because I just transformed it into my social media planner.
It's very versatile. It's like a chameleon.
It doesn't go through all the gyrations that the transformers do.
Oh, we're going to have to get her to do that again. In a little while, we'll say, how does the transformation work, Jill? How does the little bounce go?
Yep. But this is the inside of this cover. I've got my studio lights on, so I'll try not to make it flash too bad. Now, I've got some folders in here. And these are envelopes that you can put receipts and stuff in, which is nice, especially if you're budgeting. And then Carrie, my daughter Carrie, she did my name for me on her Cricut. And then it gets into different sections. There is a calendar in each of these. So on the side, you can see I've got
all the tabs.
Yes. So we've got my social. Oh, I'm so dyslexic. And here's the calendar months here. And then you can see I've put everything in for turning to the different sections.
Very handy. Organized.
It's getting there.
Should that be me saying it's the facade of organisation?
A little bit. A little bit. Fake it till you make it.
Well, look, Miss Jill, put that down just for a minute.
Okay.
Let me give you a couple of questions before you go back into it, because we may have a question that makes you need to bring that up and answer something, okay?
Okay.
So hold on to those reins, girl. Bear with it. You ready?
Yes.
Who is your target audience?
I hadn't thought about that really, because I think I should really, my target audience is going to be those that are interested in doing what I'm doing with it. In other words, using my like yarny and all of my crafting stuff, using it to make that work. That's the audience. And most of those are, you know, so it's who I have for the yarn and other things. A lot of the planner world tends to be younger. So, however, it would be very nice if I could, because I'd love for them to also learn the yarn crafts.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Makes sense?
Yarnaholic, head on over. Head on over. Jill, and for everyone in chat, we are having a few little issues with Jill's internet at the moment. She has given it a good kick up the Khyber, but it doesn't seem to have responded too brilliantly. But if she runs away, she will hobble back, or at least try to. So please bear with her. Sorry, Jill.
Are you only getting every other word, or what is?
We got a little bit of it through that question, but we got most of it. We did get most of it, so it's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. Come on, we'll do the next one. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? Or are you a little bit in the middle?
I think I'm a little bit of each. It depends on what we're talking about.
Okay.
So a lot of the time I will sit back and watch and check things out. And then when I get interested in something, then I'm all over it.
So if you're all over it, do you take over a situation then and go,
no, I'm that way. I'm not. No, I'm not usually very forceful. That's not my personality at all.
You're not in somebody's face, but you're there enough to let us know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you
have too, but I don't quite remember what it is.
Who would you love to see on your channel leaving a comment for you that you haven't already?
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, it seems like Bag O' Day makes everybody explode, so that would be nice. But
well, we don't want to see bits of Jill over your channel. We want to see Jill.
I've had right now I'm very thankful because I've had some wonderful people comment and subscribe to me, and I'm really Sarah Chopin Hayes, she subscribed not long ago, and she does paper crafts, and I was like, oh, thank you so much, because you know I don't show a whole lot of it. And gosh, I have several that have subscribed, and I've been really thankful for that. I hope that they watch. I know that Terry from Yarn Joy podcast, she watches, and she shouted out my crochet along that I have going on, so I'm very thankful to her for that, because I've gotten subscribers. I really just want everybody to enjoy themselves when they come to my channel, you know?
As long as they come and they leave with a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking your journaling stroke paper craft today. For those in the chat that don't know Jill, I mean, how do you not know Jill? But still, if you don't know Jill, she is a yarnaholic, but she does do the paper craft as well. And when she asked to come into the spotlight, I did ask her to stick with the paper craft for this time being.
Yeah.
So going with the paper craft side of things, Jill, what holds you back from taking that further?
Time.
That was a very quick answer. That's like, yeah, time.
Well,
top
the reason I
of the
say,
list.
I think that I want to do it so bad that I almost hold back. And I don't know how. I have to, it's something my husband says, you have to get out of your own way.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. I need to get out of my own way. I had started a second channel, but it's difficult when you start a second channel to get things rolling, you know. And I decided to keep everything here for now. And maybe down the road I could start a second channel, but that's a lot of work. And I also am doing Patreon. So I decided to do Patreon and start putting things there that I can't get on the regular channel because there's not enough time. So that was my solution, was to do that. So I am starting to put things over there, and then people will be able to see them once they join up, you know.
It's you've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit and just go for it, because why not?
Yep. That's true.
Okay, Jill, I'm going to love this answer, I think. Name a time when your patience was tested. Right now.
In regards to what?
Well, in regards to your
to
craft,
to the craft,
or YouTube itself.
I have been doing YouTube for 2 years, and I think, and I don't want to get into it, but there was a major platform that had an issue, and that really, I almost stopped. I was like, how do I do this now? And that was, that was very frustrating. And then I had trouble getting off the ground, you know, that first year. There have been several issues along the way to where I have wanted to stop. And it's like, but you have people that watch. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. If people are watching, anybody's watching, that's what I said when I first started. Just keep going.
Exactly. If there's even one person watching, they're interested, and you're doing it for them.
And it's similar to, I was a hairdresser for 35 years, and it's similar to my business that I had here when I first moved here, and this building, which was the beauty shop. And the thing was, just be there. Your business will grow. Just be there. And I was there through 4 or 5 other hairdressers that came and left. So it's kind of like that with YouTube. Just be there, keep putting out content, and just keep going.
Persistence is vital.
Yeah. And that gets to this. And I listen to different planners who talk about their planning and their life and all of those things. And that's one of the things that they say about the planning is it helps them to keep that perspective, to keep on going, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Bless you. Yes, please be persistent. Please. Has the way you have worked changed from when you first began planning? As in planning your journal planning, not planning as in like, as of 3, I want to be a hairdresser, and that's how you've planned.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
It's definitely changed. When I first started, the thing that drew me in, I was watching somebody named Heather Kell, And Heather Kell is very big in the planning. Planning with Bumble is now probably even bigger than Heather Kell was. She's definitely more popular, I think. But Heather Kell was who I had watched at the time, and she did something called Franken planning. Now, Franken planning is where you put all of the planners, all of the things that you do in one planner, and you stack them. So beep, 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 and you just flip back and forth like a notebook, you know. And whoa, what is this? I've never seen that before. And that's what sucked me into the planning world. And I started that way. The way my brain works and the way that I have trouble focusing already, that didn't work out so well.
You got to find your own style.
Yes. So I'm liking better having the notes and other stuff away from the guts of it, you know.
I get that, because if you've got the notes in with what the bits are, you need your bullet points, and then if you need to refer to, well, how am I going to go about that, then you go away from that.
Yeah,
and
you have to have the plans, and you have to have like I'll show you.
Okay. And let me make you big.
Okay. I really ought to put this down. I don't know if I can do that. Can I do that?
You can put it down a little bit if you really want to.
Okay, let me see.
She might run away here, so we've got to keep fingers crossed.
I'm looking for the way to turn it down on the screen. Nope. I don't see the little turn it around thing. But anyway, I'll just do it this way. It's okay. I don't want to mess with the good thing we got at the moment.
Good girl.
Now, I will tell you that my heart really is in the decorating.
Hey, I'm not going to fault you for that, Jill. I'd be
I
sticking
really
blue sparkles all over mine. Anything blue and sparkly, yeah, let's stick it in.
So here's one that I did. Now, I haven't written in this yet, but here's this, the one I just did. So this is this book. There we go. So one of the nice things about the Happy Planner, see, I can fold it. There's that one. I got all the flowers. And this is really
Valentine's Day.
Yes. Now this one is really, this is the life one at the front, and I didn't get it done ahead of time. So, but I just wanted it to be pretty.
I think you managed it.
And then I'll go back in and fill it in, and they call that after the pin.
We're going into technical details now.
Yep. Sorry.
She's got all the jargon.
Am I straying from our program? I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine.
And then I do have a tab here for goals, and that's something I need to work on. And that is something that's hard for me. I have trouble forward thinking like that.
So really, goals is one of your goals?
I'm sorry?
Goals is one of your goals?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And these sheets are great. You can get all kinds of things to put in these. So you can write your goals down. You can do a whole, like this week, I'm going to do this, you know, or I would like to.
I think my goal is to get out of bed every morning. If I achieve that, all is good.
Well, being at home all the time that's something. See, and then behind this, I have chores.
I like that.
And this is something the reason it's with goals is because it's like cleaning and stuff that's not related to the she shed. And I've got some little some pages that show things, like this one's all about spring cleaning. This actually came off of the Happy Planner. It was a printable that they posted. So there's like.
Very handy. She's been doing some research.
Yeah. So that's in there to kind of get me started as a schedule, you know. And then there's these that are Happy Planner, and you can do this like by the week or by the month.
And take them all off. I need one of those.
Well,
I need one of those.
and I think we do. I think we do need it, because I feel like here's the thing that I feel about chores, which is really kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm not the only one that feels, and I'm dealing with a little bit of allergies. That's why, sorry.
No, she just wants to spread her bogies. Don't listen to her.
Anyway, I don't go anywhere, so I ain't got none of that. Well, I do go places, but I mean, I go very little. But the thing I feel like is, if you have stuff that's like your room's piling up and everything, if I guess because I have a little bit of OCD in me, that once I get that cleaned up and organized, then I feel like I can start doing stuff.
I get that.
And that's the way I feel about house and all that stuff. When my house is clean, I'm like, oh, I'm on it. I am on it. You know,
it gives you a good motivation, and I think if you can tick one of those little boxes and say, I've done that, it's your confidence boost as well as motivation to do another one.
Yes. I am goal oriented.
And yet she can't write her goals. Remember that, people. If you go to her channel, big letters, capitals, goals. Okay? We're not scoring goals. Goals as in what we are to achieve.
Well, I did see my daughter Chelsea's here. Hi, Chelsea. I didn't see if Carrie was here.
Hey. Stop it. Oh, she's going to get slapped. Oh, she was strictly told not to look at the chat. And what does she do? Bad Jill. Bad Jill.
I do have a little down. Yes, I've got a little bit of bad girl in me.
A little bit, she says. Put the journal down. We'll come back to it. Bear with it. Ooh, slap. Stop it. I see you. Stop it. Ooh.
I'll get a drink of coffee.
I'll let you do that. That's fine. Out of your sloth mug. All good. Now we've just touched on this. Look, Fiber Floozie Crafts. Yeah.
So cute.
We've just touched on this. Let's go into slight more detail.
Okay.
Do you research trends or materials?
Oh, materials. Because I have a bad problem. I always want to buy everything.
Oh, that looks good. I'll have one of them. Oh, that's nice. I'll have 3 of them.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I just want it.
But it will come in use at some point. If it looks good, it will come in use at some point.
And, you know, I also do a perspective of, especially if I can get it at a good deal, or a lot of it, where I can spread the love and I can give it away too. I can put something together and have a giveaway for somebody that can't afford it.
Yeah. Jill has a lot of little giveaways within her videos, within her lives. She's not one that's going to advertise it. She's not like me that screams it out to everybody or tries to. Mm-hmm. They're there for her subscribers, for those that are there supporting her there and then. And they're just off the cuff. Just diddle-a-diddle-a. So if you're there, you're in with it. If you're not there, tough.
Right.
Now, I shouldn't have said any of that, but you guys, if you want to go subscribe, you've got lots of links. Right.
I'm not looking.
You're not looking. You don't need to look. You're subscribed to yourself. Stop it. Get you some horse blinkers, I think. How do you prioritize the work that you do on YouTube? Well, I plan it first.
So that is where I'm really, and you'll see, because the other planner and the other things have kind of like, I'll get to it, but the channel is my focus right now, because that's what I'm here all day long, and this is what I do. I film and I edit and I try to make it be, oh, I just love going over there. That's, I would love to hear that, I just love going over there, oh, it's just, you never know what you're going to find over there, that kind of thing. I'm trying to get, I don't know, they say all the feels. Now, yes, I know a few lingos, but I'm only just a little bit dangerous. So, but yeah.
She says that.
But I do focus on, I'm calling it social, and that is just all of that, because social is what everybody's going to see. And so my daughter, Carrie, helped me to kind of focus in a little bit on, well, what do you want for the channel? So we sat down and she's like, just think about it, and that's something that I don't do enough, is just sit and think about it. But when we did, I wrote down, and it's in here, and I've got a list,
Hang on. The thingy won't click. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry.
So
I see one of my words in there. Oh.
And I have not talked about this yet, but my word of the year is balance.
It's a good word.
And I'm going to have to do that, something on that very soon.
It's a very good word.
Because I feel like that's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out how to balance the planning and the yarny stuff, all of this, balance all the stuff, together. But I would like to teach. I'm doing the tutorials, but I want to, because it's my understanding through most things that you learn when you teach. So here's some things I want to learn, which means we could learn it together. You know what I'm saying? That's so nice. Anyway, the money part of it, to keep the channel going.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I think almost all of us would like to make money on YouTube. We would like to make money from our craft.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, as far as the YouTube channel, I would really want it to hold its own. I would like a little above that. Maybe you don't want to be crunching numbers, but I would like for it to get to that point. But teaching, I think, having other people who want to knit, who want to crochet, who want to do planners, who want to do, maybe just like me, like all the stuff, just the teaching part of it. I would like to get the younger kids in it, just so we don't lose it. But yeah, I think I'll focus a lot on the teaching part of it.
That's a really nice thing to do for your channel, for your people. It's not just, this is me, this is all me, here's me, goodbye. This is, I want to include you. You are part of this. You are on this journey with me. Join me.
Exactly.
I like that.
Because that's what community is.
Exactly. Well said.
And this is a community. This is, this is me and my friends who's watching me. And it's been that way. Anything I tried to do, with Mary Kay, when I did Mary Kay, who do you call first? Your friends and your family, any of those endeavors that's just an example, whether it's jewelry, whatever it is. These days is a little bit different because we have Etsy, we have, other places you can sell things too, Facebook even, but that's outside of it's related to it because it's another way to help support the channel.
Mm-hmm. But it's away from it at the same time. It's not completely
right.
Give me the word. Not interwoven, not interlocking, but it all means that. I can't think of the word. Why can't I think of it? Will you stop looking at that screen? We just shut the screen off.
I'm looking around. I'm looking
turn it off.
I'm trying to think of it.
The bad thing with wearing glasses, girl, reflection.
Oh,
We can
well,
see the reflection.
well, the other thing is I want to make sure I haven't gone away yet.
No, if you don't hear my voice, you know you've gone, because I just You're
Okay, I will
fine.
focus on your voice then.
There you go. Maybe halfway through the interview, she's got it.
Listen, the sloth, girl, the sloth.
Yes, we have to remember that.
Spirit animal.
Sorry, I apologize. I will move on to the next question.
Oh my God.
Can you give an example of when you thought outside of the box?
Ooh.
Whether that be regarding your own YouTube channel or your journaling.
Well, one of the things I want that I haven't got there yet, but one of the things I would like to do in my big happy planner is, because this is the size that it is, I would like it to be a portfolio.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how that's going to happen, but wouldn't it be wonderful, because it's the size that you can use to print from your printer. And then what you do is, this is the punch. So one of the nice things about it is it can be punched. So you can print from your printer, you punch it, and you can put it in and use that as a portfolio. So that's one of the things I've got that I want to get started.
I would say that was definitely outside of the box.
Mm-hmm. And I've not seen anybody go over that yet. I've not seen anybody really approach it that way. Maybe I just haven't seen it, but
anyway.
Oh,
I bet it's out there somewhere. Someone will give you an idea somewhere. And if anybody has any answers or channels, please answers on a postcard and send them to Fiber Floozie Crafts.
There you go. I like getting mail.
Okay. I think this one's a good one for you.
Okay.
If you could name a craft product or have your own crafting line, what would it be called?
What would it be called? Oh my goodness.
What would it be and what would it be called?
Well, I need to think about that, because I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, have a think, because I need to pause your timer for the moment and address the chat.
Okay.
So have a slurp from your sloth cup. Get those cogs well lubricated and have a think about the answer. Everybody in the chat, this is to you. We are now halfway through with Miss Jill. If you have any questions, please get them in the chat. Any questions you like, but please don't be overly personal, but anything you like, whether it be about her channel, her craft, or even herself, all questions will be saved and will be asked at the end in approximately 25 minutes, up to a maximum of 15 minutes afterwards. We'll ask any questions if you have them, and any compliments that are seen in the chat, they will be seen. Okay, Jill keeps looking over her shoulder and shouldn't be, but she will get them at the end anyway. So please don't think your chat is being ignored. It's not. It's being recorded. Thank you. Okay, Miss Jill, have your cogs a word?
Sticker book.
Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, go on then. Sticker book, yes.
I'm seeing a sticker book with all the craft stuff in it. I mean, I know that Happy Planner has done I have one that has stickers. You know, it's crafty stuff. They have the crafty babes and crafty chicks and that kind of stuff in there. But there's only bits and pieces. So like if you want one that's all yarn, or if you want one that's, you know, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
I wouldn't complain.
I know, wouldn't it be fun? But as far as a name for it, that's what stumps me, because I don't know, Fiber Floozie Crafty Stickers doesn't really ring, you know.
No.
Floozie stickers. That sounds a little
adult.
Might be a good seller, but
they might be disappointed with their product though. But I like the idea though. Instead of a lot of you're quite right. A lot of companies like that, they will give you maybe one or two options and that's it. That's your limit.
Yeah.
But if you can go down the road of, okay, we're going to do something for the yarnies, then you've got your knitting needles, you've got your crochet hooks, you've got cakes, you've got unwound yarn, you've got round yarn, you've got a ball of yarn, you've got a cat with a...
Or stockinette, or pearl rose, or...
There you go. Look at her thinking.
I know.
Maybe she's had too much from that sloth. She's had too much sloth. No more sloth for you. Okay. Next question.
Too much sloth.
Too much sloth. Do you seek feedback when you post a video?
Do I sneak?
Do you seek feedback? If you're going through your comments, are you looking for some ideas, or if someone doesn't like something, etc.?
Yeah, I got a comment the other I think it was yesterday, on one of my tutorials, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on it. But you know, I didn't really say, because I'm one like to absorb. That's, I don't know what they call that, but I like with different feedback, or if you have an argument or any of that, I like to absorb, and then I come back, and that it's not that great in an argument, because people want to know, what do you think of what I just said, you know, but I need to think about it. But the feedback was just about, you know, the size of the tutorial, they couldn't really see what was going on, and it wasn't all that helpful. And I thought, well, that person needs something else, so I need to figure that out, you know. So yeah.
But you've also got to remember, you can't please everybody all of the time, and only some of the people some of the time. But it's quite right. It's great to kind of take it in and go, okay, so what did they see? Okay, yes, I can see where they've got that from. I can improve.
Right. Exactly.
Well done. So. Okay. How do you decide what to make next? Whether that be what video to put out next, or what's next to go in your journal, what you're looking to add into it?
Well, I think the craft takes me along, and it's a matter of what I'm working on, and in all the different ways, you know what I'm saying? Like the big planner has my wellness in it. That's where that's at. I have a wellness section in here. I started doing the research on the fibromyalgia, and on an eating plan and meal planning and stuff. So that kind of, you know, I go from there with that. It just kind of depends on what we're, again, I'm so eclectic, you know, you never know. But I really do, like I said, I spend an awful lot of time on the YouTube stuff. I really do, because that's what I'm doing right now. You know, that's my, it's not just my job, because it is my job, because I am doing it every day, but it's also how I plan what I'm doing with my life right now, you know. That makes
I kind of like that. You're being led by the craft, but
yeah,
you're
I
doing
really
it for
am.
the craft. It's a nice little circle.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Right. Next question. If you could win no, you're not getting it from me, but I'm just saying, if you could win a lifetime supply of products from your favorite craft brand, who would you choose?
Ooh. Hmm. Favorite craft brand. When it comes to the yarny stuff, I would say the Happy Planner. I know
Are
that's
you
going to
gonna,
surprise people
you going to stick with
because
that?
I am going to stick with that because
Okay.
when it comes to the fiber related stuff, I'm always trying new things. So it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
hard to stick with one brand.
Yeah, I know that one.
I
There's
have
too
some
many out there.
favorites, but the joy it for me is trying all this new stuff, is to have it in my hands and play with it. So
Or stick your face in it, like most of us do. Yeah. We don't admit to it, but at the same time, it's one of the first things we do.
yeah.
But Happy Planner would be your craft brand lifetime winning.
Then I could spend my money on my fiber.
It's a very good reason. It's a very good reason, Jill. I like it. I like your cog turning. I'll allow you to have another sip of your sloth if you wish.
Oh, good. Woo.
See, she deserved it. Um, on average, we're ignoring the lives. Jill does like her lives, and we like Jill's lives, even if we have to sit there and watch them through replay because of timing issues. But on average, Jill, how long does it take, start to finish, for you to put out a video?
If it's not a real long video, I can do do it in one day. However, with Patreon, the videos go first, so typically it's 2 days to get the video out to YouTube.
We've got to look at it as your average.
So
So
the
if you're
average
saying
time, I would say it takes about 3 hours.
oh, I need your skills. Okay, 3 hours.
That's
So
the upload.
remember that people that would like to do YouTube, it isn't as easy as make a video, stick it up, done. There's when you're properly into it, there's a lot to be
Yeah.
done, and it really is work.
Well, if you are, like, say you're using your phone, you're not putting any editing into it, you can do it and it's let it go. Let it be what it is, and that's absolutely great. I just chose to do something different because I actually enjoy all the editing and putting all the doodads in there and making it look fun and pretty. And I just think that's another crafty part for me. The
Yeah, you're
video.
just a strange person, Jill. Full stop. Strange.
I've been said that before.
I know you did a video not that long ago about how to edit in OpenShot.
Yes.
And
And
you
that's
said about
one.
you enjoying editing, and I'm like, you strange woman, what is wrong with you?
And at the time when I did that video, you have to remember I was battling the internet issues I had with the plan that
Mhm.
that Verizon had me on.
And yet she was still enjoying
Oh,
it. Okay. Do you work on craft projects when you travel?
Yes.
That was a
Yeah.
really quick answer. Give me some details, Jill. Give me some details.
Well, I always take a bag of something with me, even when we just go to the chiropractor, because, well, I live an hour and a half in either direction from anything. So I've got an hour and a half I can work on something. And I can't just sit there. I can't.
Yeah.
I got to be doing something.
Twiddling thumbs gets old very quickly.
And I'm not fidgety. I'm not a fidgety person. I'm not somebody that's like, I just can't sit still. That's not what it is. It's just, I feel like I'm wasting time if I'm not working on something as I'm going down the road.
You need to be productive. It's
I
not a
do.
bad thing. Not a
I
bad
don't know
thing.
what I feel like I can sit back for a day and not do a whole lot of anything. But if I'm crocheting or knitting, I don't feel like I didn't do anything,
I
because
get it.
I feel productive. And that's that goal oriented part of me, I think. But yeah, I take my planner, I'll take some stickers, I'll take a huge bag, which has crochet and knit and all of that in it. And yeah, that goes everywhere I go when I'm going out of town. But just going down the road, um, I know it's going to sound strange, but I do not take my planner unless I'm going to spend the night somewhere.
Mm.
I don't have it over here. I do have a little one, a micro. It's only this big. And I take that.
Oh, so you do take a sort of a planner with you then?
Yeah.
See, there you go. See,
That
it's
way
semi-unique
and
to
I can
us.
write it all in there and then transfer it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
She plans her planner.
Yeah.
Hmm. Apart from the goals, remind her goals. Okay. Jill, how long did it take you to be confident in front of the camera?
Oh. I don't feel like it took me too long, although I do get nervous every time. But as far as confidence goes, I think being in the public, doing hair and stuff, um, the thing that was hard for me is that it was weird not having somebody talk back to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
hard part for me. And the other thing that took me, it was once I said something to Mr. Fiber, because I didn't want to do that while he was at home. It felt weird. And
Oh.
he says to me, "So you don't want me to hear you, but you're talking to how many people?"
He's got a point.
And that helped a lot, because I was like, "Oh, you have a point there. Okay." So, and now, now that that's like out of the way, I feel a lot better about it. Because, he's my guy that, when you have a partner and it's once you tell them it's real.
Yeah, that's true. It's out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then it's real.
I like that.
So I would say a few months. Let's put it that way. If I had to give you a time frame, I'd say a few months.
At least you're honest about it. Well done. I love that little bit about your husband as well. He had a very, very good point. Very good point.
I know
We
it.
like Mr. Fiber. We like Mr. Fiber. Um, Jill, what are your other interests apart from journaling? Now's your time. Go for it.
Okay, so if you see behind me,
Hang on, I'll make you big so we can see behind you properly. Ta-da!
I have shelves of stuff over here, and I have this side behind my workbench. I'm at my workbench, so this is behind my workbench, is shelves and shelves of books and um, like coloring books, painting books, drawing books, just all kinds of things here that are stuff I want to do.
It's a lot of books.
I like to do adult coloring. There's something that helps you escape when you color. Being able to put all the colors together on one page. I mean, it's not like it takes forever. Like when you do a project, you only do a few colors, but when you color, it's all these colors. And so I like to do jewelry. I make some jewelry, and I'd like to do more of that. I knit, I crochet. I do know how to cross stitch, but I gave that up because I think it's just part of it is my hands, because after being a hairdresser for 35 years, my hands aren't as strong as they used to be. And I'm not as dexterous for that little bitty stuff, and the eyesight. And I don't know. It's just, I can't go off into that. I just can't. But I have done it before. So I've done a lot of different crafts. I started with crochet. Crochet is where has been there all along. Knitting was later. Now, my mom taught me how to knit when I was younger, but it didn't stick. It wasn't until just a few years ago when I had a friend who was also left-handed like me. And when I watched her knit, I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And so now I'm like, okay. And it's like I was telling my daughter the other day, I'm enamored by knitting. So I see things, I'm like, oh, if I could only do that. I'm enamored by that. Crochet for me seems more like a skill builder. It's like I can keep building on that skill. And then I'll go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So I need to get that way with the other stuff. Get out of my way.
Yeah. A bit of a dabbler.
Yes. Yeah.
Jill the dabbler. See, that could be another skill. I mean, dabbing's a skill. Maybe
it is a skill. Yeah.
We could create dabbling. Okay.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I changed, because it used to, my channel used to be The Fiber Floozie, and I changed it to Fiber Floozie Crafts. That way, every now and then, you might get a little taste of something else.
Which is really good because it doesn't restrict you.
Right.
What would you have implemented on YouTube if you had the ability to?
Music.
As in, no copyright on it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going.
Exactly.
She's going. Oh no, she's back
that.
again. Okay. Okay.
We can have so much fun.
I mean, obviously there's a good reason for it, but at the same time, I get it. I get it. You're sort of back, sort of, almost. I'm loving the poses. Loving the poses. Okay, we're sort of back with you. Okay, right.
Okay.
Next question, providing you stay for it. What's your favourite thing about having your own channel?
Well, I do like to talk. So I think that interaction, that talking and interaction with everybody, that's what I like.
It's a nice social media platform.
It is. It's the socializing, I think. Because of where I live, it's not like I have a best friend. Mr. Fiber is my best friend. I can go visit my kids. I can go visit my dad, and I can socialize that way. But that's a few times a year. But on the daily, at the beauty shop, I could socialize because I had people coming in all the time. The problem was that they wanted something.
Yeah.
Yes, I socialized, and I got very close to my people, very, very close. And that was another reason why I retired, was because I worked with a set of people who were older, which meant that they were passing away on me. And that was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I tend to be just a little bit empathic. So, you know, it's hard on you when you do. But yeah, I think the social part is what keeps me going with it.
That's your motivation. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, I've got 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
So the first of those 2 is, what is your favorite YouTube channel? Doesn't have to be anything specific, doesn't have to be journaling, doesn't have to be yarny. It is whatever your favorite YouTube channel is.
Wow. I'm not know if I have one.
Well, now's your time to advertise somebody. Quick. Let's pretend something.
Okay. No, I mean, I do love the Crafty Toads. I love those ladies. Let's just put it that way. And that's Toad Hollow NJ. It's the Crafty Toads, and I just love them. They're 2 sisters, and they knit, they crochet, they do paper crafts, they do a lot of stuff. They make bags. They are they quilt. They do a lot of stuff, and they're funny. They're funny. And they have been putting out, since COVID started, they've been putting out an episode every day.
That's some going.
I mean, and they missed one day, and it was like, you know, all, you know what, broke loose. They heard about it. It was like, are you guys okay? You know, but they're sisters, and they live together, and never been married, and they're dedicated to what they're doing, which is they do hand-dyed yarn. I've shown a lot of their hand-dyed yarn, but yeah, I love their channel. They're a lot of fun. And I know that's outside of where a lot of people don't know about them, but they're just fun. I like fun channels.
Well, that's good, because now you've mentioned them. After this video has processed, if you're watching the replay or if you're in here now, give me about an hour and it will be in the description. We will find those ladies and they will be down there for you to go and have a little nosy at what Miss Floozie has said. So there you go. Right, Jill, I'm going to make you large.
Uh-oh.
Not like, you know, just because right now I would like you to tell me, why should we come and subscribe to your channel?
You just never know what you're going to get.
It's a box of chocolate syndrome.
You know, it's because it's interactive, also because I do try. If you say, like, I had someone that asked me, can you help me with something? I'm trying to make this shawl. And I said, oh, okay. So I just did a tutorial on it. It was a free pattern. So I just did a quick tutorial, and that was the easiest way for me to show someone how to help her without doing, like, you know, Zoom and all that other stuff, you know. So I try to be interactive and try to do things that I think that people want to do and see.
It's good. It's good. So you guys, you better go over to Jill's if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure you all have. But, you know, people in the replay, people that are unsure, stop being unsure and get over there. You've got the link in the chat. You've got the link in the description. Get to it.
Yeah.
Right. Jill, pick a number between 1 and 58. And this will be your last question from me. And then we'll go to the chat.
36.
36. Okay.
It's my OCD stuff.
That's fine. I know which number I'd go to, and if I couldn't choose it, I'd get rather angry. What is one crafting trend that you wish would make a comeback?
Crafting trend.
I will allow you to say anything, Yanni, if you really wish to. But if you can think of something journally, that'd be good too.
Crafting trend. I cannot think of anything right now. I don't know that I pay a whole lot of attention to trends. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in the yarny business, it's usually the latest shawl or the latest hat or I don't know, trend. You know what I think would be a lot of fun if we focused on, which was one of the things I'm planning to do, is bulky.
Bulky.
I think we've gotten away from bulky, and I think because bulky is faster, it would be fun to have a lot of bulky stuff. That's why I think I could get a lot more stuff out if I was using bulky all the time.
I get that.
I have a lot of fingering weight yarn. It's going to be a lifetime before I use it all because it's so tiny. So
Great,
that's
5 of them together. You've got a bulky. Yeah.
I know. That's something I'm thinking about.
It doesn't have to be just an idea. It can be done.
I wish that people would see more color. Lots more color. We tend to stick in the normals with color. And I see, and it makes me think outside the box when I see more color used. So like Stephen B. and Stephen West, those are out there. Color, rainbows, all of that stuff. And I think if you touched on that a little bit and just get a little taste of it, then you think outside a little bit more. I wish
you're trying to tell me to get away from all my blue. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, no, you can put it in there.
As long as it's got other things in there, it's all good. Don't take me away from my blue.
There's a new guy everybody is talking about, and that's at Lyman Crochet. I think he's onto it. I think that's one of those things that he's looking at. So
maybe we might have to put somebody else down in the description.
He's thinking outside the box. That's all I can tell you. He's somebody. Well, Z talked about him, Zelda NRJ3. Now, how are you going to do that? If you here's one way you can. I can't show you my deal because I'm doing a design.
Oh, exclusive.
But you can take. Yeah, I can't show you that. But you can take a piece of paper in here. It's got graph paper. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the little spots in there.
Reminds me of my school days.
But yeah, I've got one right now that I'm working on, and I've got the picture of it, and then I've got all the different aspects to it, and then I've got arrows going what materials I'm going to use and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then color it in, use colored pencils and all. It's a way to really have fun when you're doing something like that, and then it's in here. It's not going anywhere. I'll know where it's at. I can come back and look at it.
It's a way to help your imagination flow.
Yep.
Right. We'll get on with any questions that have been seen in chat now.
Okay.
So this is your last chance, people in the chat, to get your questions in, because if I run out of the ones on my screen over here, that will be the end of the interview. But Jill, first question comes from Robin Rhodes.
Mhm.
Jill, who inspired you to start doing a YouTube channel?
Well, it's going to be a little strange. It was really the Grocery Girls. The Grocery Girls were the first channel that's a knitting channel. It's not one I'm even subscribed to anymore. Beep, sorry. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, they were very down to earth and they were fun. And I was like, there's a YouTube for knitting? So that just, I was like, oh. And then after I started getting into watching more and more of them, I was like, well, I could do that.
And you did.
So, yeah. And that's where it's really where it started, was watching. I saw them, and then I was like, and then I went on to other ones, you know.
Mm-hmm. Crocheting with Lee Ann has asked, where do you buy most of your planners?
Most of them come from online. I have bought several from happyplanner.com, but I also pick up wherever I can find them, because the wonderful thing about planners is that you can pick up stuff on sale all the time. All the time. There's always stuff on sale. And even if you wait until, say, the end of January or the first part of February, you can get them for cheap. And then, you know, especially if you could get one that's like an 18 months, well, you're good to go. You know.
Yeah.
So I get them at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, happyplanner.com. That's most everywhere where I've picked them up.
Anywhere you can find a bargain.
Every now and then you can get them at Tuesday morning.
Maybe I want to buy it on a Monday afternoon. Why does it have to be a Tuesday morning?
I don't know. What is that?
Right. Next question comes from Daigo Crochet, and she has asked, Jill, what is the biggest yarn or knitting project you have ever made?
Ooh. Now, are we talking biggest as in size? Because
I'm guessing so.
Now, I crocheted a blanket for our bed that we use every day, and it's using homespun. That's probably the largest piece I've ever made, and it's king size.
Mm.
And then I'm working on a blanket for Mr. Fiber right now, which is done in all garter stitch, so a knit blanket.
Oh, heck. Is it done in bulky?
It's scraps.
We like using our scraps. Nothing goes to waste.
It's a lot of fun because here's what he said. He said, just use the things when you finish a project, put the leftovers in there.
Good
So
man.
it's like a map through my projects.
I like that.
You know, like I can see parts of something I made for my grandson Oliver. There's a little bit of that in there, and I know, oh, that's that yarn I used for Oliver's bear, or that's, oh, I did Chelsea's shawl out of that right there, you know.
So basically, when your husband is under the blanket, you're going to start poking and prodding him, going, "Oh, that's the yarn from this one."
Yeah, probably.
That's why she's doing it, just to poke Mr. Fiber.
That's right.
Okay, left is right. Crochet with Sandy has asked, How long did it take you to start creating your own patterns?
Till last month.
Oh,
I started creating, I've got one out to testers right now. It was last month that I started creating patterns. And I've been on, it was 2 years in October.
I better quickly ask in here. This is a semi-personal note. I apologise to people in chat. You asked for a poke for Sunday, saying that you needed a couple more testers. Do you still need them then?
I don't think so right now.
We'll just do a standard poke for you then. We'll give you a poke because you're poking Mr. Fiber. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. I hope that answered you, Sandy. I hope. Lorraine, Chatelain Makes. Where do you get your inspiration for your pattern designs from?
I think a lot of times it's the yarn that does it. I think the yarn talks. We talk about this all the time with this when we're doing yarn stuff, and I think it talks.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's why the planning follows it for me, because I let the crafting part take me along with the planning. But yeah, the yarn, because like the one I'm doing right now, I'm using willow, and it just came to me that I wanted to do something with that yarn. That yarn was like, it wants to be a shawl. I was like, oh, okay. And these 3 colors want to play together, and okay. And then the next thing was I was doing one of the stitches for the crochet along, and one of those spoke to me and said, I want to be in that shawl. So it's just, I think the yarn really does talk and tell you. And so then another design I have 4 going right now.
She's on a roll.
Yes. And one of them is, because of what the yarn is, it's going to be a hand-dyed yarn, and because of what it is, that's where I went with that one.
I mean, you said it. You said about the yarn talking to you. Surely that's why we stick our face in it, isn't it? To listen to it. We stick our face in, go, what are you going to tell me? Oh, it's that. Okay, well, that's what you're going to be then.
Yep.
That's the answer.
That's true. It does. It talks.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our questions. So we will end.
Okay.
What I will say is thank you very much to everybody who has been here in the live. Of course, Jill, thank you very much for coming.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I did reach out to you, and I'm so thankful you said yes.
She begged me. She begged me, people. I found it so weird.
I wanted to be a part of it.
It's very weird. Anybody who's watching the replay, whether that be over on Jill's channel or whether that be on mine at Ladybird Loves, thank you very much. It is very much appreciated.
Yes.
Now, Jill, please stay where you are, and everyone else, we both thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next spotlight next week. So for now, take care. Thank you very much. And with Valentine's Day being tomorrow, don't forget, love your fur babies too, if you have any. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.